Oh, hi. I'm a smart investor. I dare say that because I understand the cryptocurrency markets and I am up to date on every new development, fintech and blockchain ecosystem. All because I watch the Inside Blockchain show on Crypto TV Plus. Every Monday morning, Crypto TV Plus brings you news headlines of top stories, interview with an expert, and give you detailed market analysis to enable you make the right business moves. Now you too can become a smart investor if you don't miss it. The Inside Blockchain Show, only on Crypto TV Plus.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the Bull of the Bullet.
Keep watching Crypto TV Plus.
Don't touch that. Peace.
Imagine a new type of internet that not only interprets what you impute, but actually understands everything you convey, whether through text, voice, or other media. One where all the content you consume is more tailored to you than ever before. We are at the tipping point of a new phase in web evolution. Some early pioneers call it Web 3.0. Hello and welcome to the program. This is Inside Blockchain, live from Crypto TV Plus. I am BYBIT. So it's a wonderful Monday morning, the 24th of January 2022. And if you're watching from Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, and this is your first time on the program, kindly follow, like, share this video, and subscribe to the channel for more amazing content. So today we want to look at Web3, NFTs, and the future of DeFi. Now, there are a few details that we need to keep in mind when looking into the Web 3.0 technology. First of all, the concept isn't new. Jeffrey Zeldman, one of the early developers of Web 1.0 and 2.0 applications, had written a blog post putting his support behind Web 3.0 back in 2006. But regardless, talks about this topic had begun as early as 2001. Now, let's take a brief look at Web 1.0. Now, this lasted from the year 1989 to 2005. Now, it's also called the static web. Web 1.0 was the first and most reliable internet in the 1990s, despite only offering access to limited information with little to no user interaction. Now, secondly, Web 2.0. This lasted from 2005 to the present day. It's also called the social web. Now, this web made the internet a lot more interactive thanks to advancements in web technologies like JavaScript, HTML5, CSS3, and so much more, which enables startups to build interactive web platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, Wikipedia, and so much more. Now, to just bring it down to the main topic for today, which is Web 3.0. Now, this is the next stage of the web evolution that will make the internet more intelligent and process information faster and easier. We have so much more to come, but let's take a quick breather. We'll be back right after this commercial. Stay with us.
Hello there. Welcome to Learn and Earn with Earnathon. Today we'll be feeding you with the top 5 centralized cryptocurrency wallets. So what is a wallet? In simple terms, a cryptocurrency wallet helps you store your cryptocurrency safely. But based on friendly user interface, preference, and so on, we have the centralized wallets and decentralized wallets.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the Bull of the Bullet.
Keep watching Crypto TV Plus.
Don't touch that. Peace.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. This is Inside Blockchain, live from Crypto TV Plus. And today we'll be looking at the Web3, NFTs, and we'll take a brief look at the future of DeFi. As I'm joined by Adetayo Adesola. He is the channel marketing specialist at BYBIT. BYBIT is a cryptocurrency exchange. Tayo, it is a pleasure, an absolute pleasure to have you join me today on the program. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's a pleasure to speak with you again, Bobby. Obviously, it's a pleasure to be on Crypto TV Plus inside the blockchain show.
Oh, fantastic. So before we kick it off, I want you to tell me or tell the viewers out there a bit about yourself and your journey in the crypto and blockchain space. Just briefly tell us about that.
All right, yeah. Basically, I'm one of those guys that I've known about Bitcoin since maybe as far back as 2010, right? But like I never just did anything about it up until early 2020 when I got the opportunity to meet with some people, some industry players, and I listened to them, and basically it kind of just I had that aha moment where it just opened my mind, and I basically could see the potentials in the crypto space in terms of making the financial system entirely different. So for me, it wasn't a drive to, hey, let me 10x my investment, but it was a drive for me to just basically see that this innovation, cryptocurrency is awesome on its own, but the technology, the blockchain technology solves a lot of problems, and it makes things more efficient. And so my drive was not necessarily to double or triple my investment. My drive was basically to get into the space and drive the innovation that is going to take, would I say, mankind to the next level. And I would like to say that my life mission since then has just been basically trying to drive the right type of innovation that will probably suit Africans, and Nigerians as a whole, Nigerians and Africans as a whole, should I say, to be more financially included and to also have a chance to earn more money. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So let's talk a bit about BYBIT. And I learned about the recent Teach to Earn platform that was launched on BYBIT. Can you tell us a bit about what this platform would achieve, or what necessary change it would bring to the DeFi sector, if I can put it that way?
Okay, yeah. This majorly just focuses on the cryptocurrency sector as a whole. Although, it might still spread its tentacles to other niche areas like DeFi, NFTs, and all of that. But basically, the Teach to Earn campaign is simple, right? We are giving people a chance to teach cryptocurrencies and earn with it. So they just need to go to their communities, people that they know, teach as many people as they can about cryptocurrencies. We have somewhat of a curriculum in terms of things that they need to do, and they get paid as high as $1,000 in simple terms. So far we have probably gotten like over 1,500 people that have opted in on the campaign, and we're looking we're looking to teach over 20,000 people cryptocurrencies. So that is huge, right? Because in Africa, as you can see, financial education is even really low, talk less of cryptocurrency adoption. I know it's so crazy because I feel like the market is so huge here, right? That, obviously I work for an exchange, but there are other exchanges around, other exchanges that also have sizable market share. But,
Yes.
The approach shouldn't be to take from the funnel that has already been included in whatever exchange that they have been included in. The approach is to go and get people that have not been into the cryptocurrency space at all and get them. So like, for example, if BYBIT goes and picks people from like a virgin ground and gets them, if we can do an efficient job, we can get as many people as even other exchanges as well, because obviously Nigeria as a whole, we have maybe close to 200 million people. Do you understand?
Exactly.
Maybe yeah, some of them don't know anything.
So if I can just cut in, Tayo, so in essence, what you're trying to say is that the purpose of the is it Teach and Earn or Teach to Earn?
Teach to Earn campaign.
Okay, yeah, the Teach to Earn platform is to provide a solution or find a way to bridge the knowledge deficit, because you come to understand that in this space, a lot of people actually are more interested in the next 10x coin and the next way they can easily just make quick money without placing emphasis on learning and understanding how the ecosystem works. So that's a fantastic start off.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's spot on. I mean, it would be good if they get the next 10x coin and they make some money. I mean, I'm all for that as
Yeah, I
well.
mean, who doesn't want that?
So I'm all for that as
Yeah,
well. But
fantastic.
yeah, yeah, more importantly, we just want to give people the adequate knowledge of cryptocurrency, and hopefully that takes them the next step to say, you know what, let me sign up to this platform, let me make a deposit, let me dollar cost average some of my income, maybe in USDT, let me stake, let me participate in the launch pad, where the chances of actually 10xing are quite quite high. So I mean,
That's
that's
great.
that's
That's great.
yeah, that's the thing. Key thing, Bobby. The main thing, right, is that financial services is evolving. Like 10 years, maybe 5 to 10 years ago, literally, the type of financial services that we had available to us as Nigerians and Africans was probably limited to your bank account, But now we have so many ways that we can actually invest money, make money, save actually, and also take away the country risk away from our finances. You understand? So, like, people can put their
Yeah,
money in
exactly.
USD, for example, and they don't need to be.
Taking a cue from what you said, it's always a great idea to see startups and platforms trying to create solutions to enable people learn and advance their knowledge in blockchain and technology. Taking a cue from what you said, we at Crypto TV Plus, we also have a platform called Earnathon. So just visit earnathon.com. It's a learn and earn platform. There are several crypto courses for beginners and newbies where you can learn, advance your knowledge in cryptocurrency, and also at the same time earn cryptocurrency. I mean, it's a win-win for you out there. So just check it out, earnathon.com. So, Taya, let's move forward. Now, let's dive deeply into the topic for today, Web3. Now, to really understand the next stage of the internet, we need to take a look at the 4 key features of the Web3 technology, which is ubiquity, that's the ability to be everywhere at the same time, the semantic web, the artificial intelligence, and also not forgetting 3D graphics. So from your own opinion, Tayo, what do you think how can you describe the Web3 to a beginner or someone who has little or no knowledge about what we're talking about?
Okay, great. So basically, right, for a beginner and newbie, right, in a very simple form, right, Web3 is an evolution of Web2, right? So Web2 is what we have currently, and that's the phase that we are trying to pass out of, which is we have I mean, basically, we have social media apps, we have like the likes of Facebook, Instagram, so individuals can interact on these social media apps. But the problem with this social networks, pretty much, is that they are centralized, right? So they are built on centralized networks. And these centralized networks, for example, have the rights and the access to do whatever they want. Like, for example, was it Twitter, for example, that banned Trump some time back? Was it 2020? Yeah, exactly. So now Web3 is more or less bringing democracy back to the internet, or not even, it's bringing democracy to the internet. And basically, that's why we have, um, DAOs, for example, which are decentralized
Decentralized
autonomous
autonomous organizations, yes.
organizations. Yes, so people believe that Web3, in a way, is going to make people earn more, and there will be a decentralized approach to how the WW or the websites or social networks are are constructed. So, for example, instead of having Facebook as one big institution that calls all the shots, why not take a model of Facebook and put it on the blockchain, where there is a DAO governing how Facebook is going to be, and basically, obviously, people earn more that way. People have more voting rights, and things are just done in a way. So Web3 is more like the way that I see it anyway. Obviously, there's still a lot more complexities around it, but it's more like a moralistic, would I say, a moralistic drive to what the internet is as it is now. So social networking is as it is now.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you so much for that submission. So we go on a quick break. Stay with us.
GameFi, metaverse. These two topics have been the most talked about in the crypto and digital space till date. Hi there, welcome to Learn and Earn with Earnathon. Today we'll be talking about the top 3 GameFi projects to look out for in 2022. Drum roll please. The first one is Meta Special. Meta Special is a virtual reality metaverse with unlimited fantasy spaces linked together through the spatial portal. The experience is built on the Meta Special metaverse.
Hello, my name is Chiki and I'm the Bull of the Bull.
Keep watching Crypto TV Plus.
Don't touch that. Peace.
Thank you for staying with us. This is Inside Blockchain live from Crypto TV Plus. Today we're still looking at Web3, NFTs, and the future of DeFi as I'm joined by Adetayo Adesola. He is the channel marketing specialist at BYBIT. BYBIT is a cryptocurrency exchange. So Tayo, thank you so much for the way you actually explained Web3 from your own opinion. Now, in view of Web3, what change do you think this emerging technology will bring to the entire World Wide Web, if we can put it that way? What significant change do you think it will bring?
I think decentralization is a key thing that is going to bring. And with decentralization, we'll feel like, the way we have tech giants now, that possibly will, tech giants with concentrated power and resources, right? So Web3, if it goes well, the way that I see it, then that the resources and the money and everything that they all have will be more democratized to the users, right? So for example, if you check, maybe you spend maybe 15 hours on Instagram, right? But you see that you're probably not earning anything out of Instagram. So a typical user who is spending 15 hours on Instagram, for example, would have the chance to also earn, right? So that's why this also even sort of channels back to the play to earn model and all things that are coming up in the space. Is also, the space is so dynamic, right? But I think that Web3, just as a definition, sort of covers all of these things. So basically, it's going to bring in more money, or would I say not more money, but it will bring in more democratization of the allotment of capital. That's the best way that I
So like Tayo, apart from thank you so much for that, but apart from decentralization, because now in recent times we've seen last month or early this month we learned that there was this particular USDT address that was frozen by Tether for having over $1 million worth of stable coins, which is a USDT in that particular wallet. Now, there's this question that is coming up. Is decentralization, is it actually decentralized? Because when you talk about Web3 fostering decentralization, is that truly what we're going to see, or is there something we're missing, or is it more of a smokescreen? Okay, what do you think about that?
Well, Bobby, right? It's a good question, right? So, but let me go from the top here, right? It's not everything that needs to be decentralized. Okay, some things would need to have centralized, would I say centralized operations, because it just makes it more efficient. So if you go specifically to the case of the USDT case, right? So USDT already in a way it is, you would say in some ways it is decentralized, right? Because but you also
then there's the talk of crypto regulation. You can't actually remove it from that discussion.
Yeah, which is something I actually believe in, which is especially for stable coins. I believe stable coins should be regulated just the way banks are. The way banks have CRR, cash liquidity ratio, and all of that kind of thing. So because when you say one stable coin is equal to $1, so just for example, everybody wants to withdraw their stable coin and convert it to US dollar. Can that order be honored? Right? So there's a systemic risk that is that hangs with stable coins, and so regulation seems like the most sensible thing to happen. But back to the Web3 question, and regulation, and and decentralization, right?
Centralization, yes.
Yeah. So it's a case of there are fine margins, in this whole piece, right? So if you have a DAO, for example, and that DAO has a amount of people, sometimes it even depends on how the DAO is constructed. Sometimes they say it's decentralization, but the powers that you
There's
have.
still an element of centralization in it.
Exactly. Or sometimes it's even you have to have a certain amount of money to even qualify. Do you understand? To have
I do.
voting rights, to say one thing or the other, or to make maybe platform improvements or whatever step that they're going to take. So this is still the moralistic element of cryptocurrency. Sometimes I feel like we should just ignore it and just look at how best we can innovate. So there are some really would I say wh- what's the word now? These guys that hang on to certain morals that they expect cryptocurrencies and blockchain to hold, in terms of this is going to be an entirely new world, decentralized, all of that. Those things are good, yeah, but sometimes they are not all very practical in all scenarios.
Fantastic stuff. So let's, speaking of decentralization not being so decentralized, now what is your view on NFTs, non-fungible tokens? Now let me complain. Now, why should someone buy an NFT?
Well, Bobby, you're just putting me on the spot today.
No, I'm not.
Anyway,
I'm not doing that. But why do you think someone should buy an NFT?
NFT, non-fungible tokens, are very important, right? So in a way, it's almost like you're getting um, a photocopy of certain digital arts, right? So it's sometimes looking at the market, right? You say that you're looking at some funny, would I say, design and
JPEGs, yeah, pictures and
or
all that.
JPEGs, exactly. And you'll be wondering, does this really worth this amount? Yeah, but obviously there are market movers, do you understand? And there are people that have decided, but the truth is, value is based on what the market says value is based on. So if I say, if I'm willing to buy, for example, the shirt that you're wearing for $10,000, that's what it is, right? So um it's a very fascinating space. But I would like to also say that NFTs, right, function in a way beyond arts. They can spread across to
Okay.
music, it can spread to international trade, for example, which is something I'm very fascinated with. It can spread across to things like certificate of occupancy, for example, where people, just imagine you have a C of O as as an NFT, for example. So that way nobody's going to dispute that you're the one that owns this land. So in so many ways, the use cases spread across away from just arts. I feel like the arts and the arts NFT space is good, but I think more market movement and more innovation and more attention will be placed on the NFT or non-fungible tokens when they start to use it in various other areas of business and life. The market will really go up. So, but yeah,
Okay,
I think
just to add to what you said, the thing there is, just like I asked, why would someone want to buy an NFT? Now, there are a lot of reasons. It could be community driven, it could be a sentimental attachment, or it could be that because some NFTs serve as an exclusive right for you to participate or be a part of some communities. So I feel, okay, let me rephrase the question. Would you buy an NFT, Tayo?
It depends on when. You mean now?
No, would you buy an NFT, and why would you buy an NFT? That's what I want to know.
All right. Yeah, definitely. I'll buy an NFT. But I'll buy an NFT in the hopes that I'm going to sell it. Maybe I'll buy one of all those board apes and all of that. I buy it on maybe BYBIT's marketplace. We just launched our NFT marketplace, and
Oh, that's wonderful.
that would be awesome. Yeah, so that would be, and it also ties to even the whole metaverse thing, right? So, there are some games now, or play to earn games, where you kind of buy a particular character that is almost like an NFT, and you can use it, build up that character, then you can sell it as well. So I'm only going to look at it from the investment standpoint. If I was personally going to buy one, in the sense
Okay.
that, yeah, I
You buy
actually am.
and sell it off immediately.
No, I'm not selling it
Wow,
up
that's
immediately. I'll set it up at the right time. That's the most
okay.
important
Okay.
thing for me. Yeah.
Well, well said. Well said. So finally, Taya, before we let you go, now what would you say is the benefit, or what would you say has been the benefit of the blockchain and cryptocurrency space? Now, bearing in mind that some skeptics actually say that the origin of cryptocurrency is enshrouded in fraud. If you take a walk back in time, when there was this website that was actually reclaimed by the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation in the USA, Silk Road. I don't know if you know about that. So some people believe that the origin of cryptocurrency is enshrouded in fraud, clandestine operations, and people who do a lot of shady things in the dark web. So in your opinion, what would you say has been the benefit so far from your standpoint?
Or crypto, right? So
Yes.
yeah,
No,
basically.
not just crypto, the blockchain technology as a whole.
Okay, great. So yeah, interesting thing about the Silk Road story. I mean, basically, I mean, we cannot ignore that. Would I say bad actors brought light to cryptocurrency, right? But and if you look at the history of it, right, it was people that
Yes.
are, would I say, contrarian, that had issues, for example, with the bailing out of banks after the 2008 financial crisis. And but what we need to recognize, right, is the technology that cryptocurrency is based off, which is the blockchain technology, makes things a lot more efficient. For example, I was thinking to myself, we have the Swift network of um, international financing, where or payment in the international way. But Swift is probably old, slow, and not as efficient. But for example, we have coins like XRP. I mean, they're called a banker's coin for, it's called a banker's coin for something. It makes the whole payment system very efficient, right? So the
Okay.
blockchain technology, provides a system whereby things can run efficiently. But as I said earlier, right, not everything needs to be decentralized, right? Right. Some things are better
Okay.
off centralized. So as a whole,
Like what exactly? Can you specify what you mean by
what
that?
exactly needs to be centralized, and what exactly needs to be decentralized? Okay, simple example. We have would I say encyclopedia, right? Encyclopedia is a centralized network, right? So people come together, maybe about 3,000 people come together and decide what is wrong and what is right in the world.
Okay.
If they say the sky is green, if 3,000 of encyclopedia writers determine and decide that the sky is green, that's what they're going to write in their encyclopedia, and that's what they'll show across the world. But then we have a system or a network like Wikipedia, for example, which is open source, right?
Okay.
open source, and Wikipedia has probably like 100,000 writers. Anybody, even you, Bobby, can go on Wikipedia and go and edit that. Hey, Ronaldo has scored 1,000 goals in Real Madrid. I mean, that's wrong, right? But it is the open sourceness, or what I say in quotes, that makes it more credible and makes it open, and makes it more authentic. Do you see in situations where a centralized system is different from a decentralized system? So, but another problem with a decentralized system is that it might take time. You understand? Because you have to carry out, everyone has to be carried along. So maybe when you want to make network upgrades, for example, each and all, I'm sure you hear it a lot in Ethereum, Bitcoin, each miner has to agree, or they'll say they voted for this.
Yeah,
But
consensus, yes.
yeah, but in a centralized system, maybe for example, you are running just an in-house application, and you need to make an update ASAP. You don't need to wait for anybody to vote for that. You just do it, right? So that's the key differentiating factor. Then in terms of storing,
I feel when you talk about centralization in contrast to decentralization, just to wrap it up, centralization, let's not forget that it is still much more prone to compromise when you compare it to decentralized networks. Decentralized networks are much more safer, stronger, and secure in contrast to centralization. So I feel the future should be decentralized. That is what I feel.
you feel like the future should be decentralized for, is it for
Exactly.
everything?
For everything, the future should be decentralized.
So you're one of all those crypto moralists, I guess.
Not at all, not at all. I'm just saying it like it is. Thank you so much, Tayo. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your 2 cents on the topic at hand. And so we look forward to this emerging technology, Web3, as the technology that will change the way we have perceived the World Wide Web. And we know that it's going to be awesome. Thank you so much, Taya. Do enjoy the rest of your day. That will be all on today's program. Check out our website, cryptotvplus.com, to get more market updates and trends captured within the world of blockchain and cryptocurrency. Follow us on our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at CryptoTV Plus to get daily info on our programs. Thank you for staying with us. I am Bobby Adetayo. See you next week.